Hello. Hello, good fellows and ladies. Woo! I think what's up, Gabriel? It's very depressing when you actually see that shit live. I wish that on absolutely no one. But in order to break generational curses, you must dig up proof and also combat it. There are some situations that will bring you to your knees. The way we treat our kids in the black community, I will personally say I'm surprised we're not held up at the world court as hate crimes or crimes against humanity. We raise them in absolute poverty. We don't invest in them educationally. We tell them to go out on their own and figure it out. Just like that woman said about her mother, if you break a child, why do we have to break children in our community? Why? They're not animals. Anytime you hear somebody talking about breaking a child, that shows you the lazy, abusive parenting style they have. It's downright sickening. But none of the panderers will talk about that. I think they're not brave enough to do so. I think you got to be goddamn a clown, damn near. I really, my heart goes out to a lot of the kids out there because most kids in the black community, it's usually somebody outside their family that gives an absolute fuck about them. And that's very scary. How many parents are actually taking the time to get to know and raise their children? How many? How many are really trying to help their children out? Hardly any. And that's a fatal flaw, ladies and gentlemen. We don't invest. We don't invest at all. We really don't. The sickest part of that equation is usually what? The fact of the matter that people will constantly deny this abuse. The fact of the matter that, you know, men will be blamed for the responsibility of women. You literally had the child at your custody. You fought the courts for your custody. But yet it's the father's fault constantly. Constantly. This is what we develop. Constant friction between child and father. But yet we think it's about just women. Well, there are some things that a woman will do correctly, of course. There are some things that women will do better. Like, what do I always say? Why are women better at what? Networking. Why are they better at networking? Why are you scared to exercise your right? Why are you scared? For God's sakes, the least you could do is what? Demand better. Nobody wants to talk about that shit, though. Nobody wants to talk about those heavy conversations. Everybody's got a goddamn critique. Nobody wants an answer. But yeah, shout out to Edward for that fantastic conversation that I think was pretty thought provoking. You literally heard a woman talk about breaking her son. We don't have superheroes here. We got a goddamn conglomerate of supervillains. We got nothing but supervillains in our community, man. I really can't tell you why anybody's loyal to this damn place. You want to speak of it? I have no clue. Please tell me where all these superheroes, all these overachievers come from. I'll wait. You sell your kids pipe dreams. You sell your kids pipe dreams. That's what the majority of you do. You sell them pipe dreams. You tell them to go out into a possible world where hardly anybody can make it. And then for some odd reason, you wonder why they're upset with us. What's up, ABM? See, there's got to be real vicious truths that got to be spoken about. Real vicious truths. We want to look at ourselves as leaders. We want to see ourselves as leaders, but at some point, something's got to give. Get them all. But today's topic: what do black men get wrong that black women do correctly? Well, does correctly. Well, do correctly. One of them, like I said earlier, is networking. The network game of black men is shit showing at best. Shit showing at best. Like I said, networking works. How do I get my son a job? How do I get my daughter an internship? How do I accomplish this? Black men secretly believe in that bootstrap shit. Black men secretly believe in that bootstrap shit. Okay? And you know what it's done? It has made martyrs out of men. You really believe that white men factually and actually got their wealth and their shit from being a bootstrapper? That's the greatest lie they'll tell you. They don't want to tell you they had a leg up. They don't want to tell you they cheated. They used nepotism. Because once the secret's out, you would do it too. Or you would have to legitimately make it a fair playing ground. And guess what you're not going to do? Make it a fair playing ground. Why? Why can't we make it a fair playing ground? Because you know that anytime you make it fair, you motherfuckers can never compete. You all know this. Y'all knew this for the longest time. If there's ever any fair competition, your punk asses can never compete. That's the rule of thumb. The reason why white supremacy and nepotism exists. That's the reason why they're upset. Why can't I get what my grandfather got? Because your grandfather didn't earn shit either. This little punk ass. The grandfather was also making shit for the Negro not to get a job. Remember that? Grandfather didn't earn shit. Partially the reason why you don't have shit is because your grandfather let your grandmother commandeer the goddamn education system. Dumb as a goddamn brick. Thinking the world owes you shit. But yet, our networking is lacking. Why? Why? Why is it lacking? You don't trust each other. They're told if that Negro has $1 more than you, he's getting over. He's getting over. There's nothing but shame in your life. You're disgruntled for absolutely no fucking reason. You're not putting anything to purpose. Don't be one of them motherfuckers who's jealous of your sons or your daughters. But it goes back into what I said. Your network gets shit to work. Most of your goddamn big corporations got government handouts. Not only that, they were involved with the slave trade, which was another government handout. So don't tell me you're gonna make this world and become a millionaire off of hard work and tears when no one has. You're gonna do something else that no one has done? Go ahead, D girl, show us something. I hope you do. I hope you really show us something different. You know what the messed up part about it is? This networking of getting their women, why don't we put more black men into HR? That'll be a start, right? Why don't we get more black men in positions where they can make. What's up, Mike? What's up, LEPD SWAT? Why don't we put more black men in positions where they can look out for the next young man? It deals with your network. But you'll speak to a lot of motherfuckers out there, and they'll tell you, no, you gotta dig deep. You think the goddamn Kennedys got it from their bootstraps when Grandpa Kennedy was a goddamn bootlegger, a mobster? Chance, what's up? I think a lot of people forgot that, right? Whatever happens to people who legitimately says, you know what, I need help. Here's another factoid that black men get anyway, wrong, that black women get right. And I'm glad you said that. A lack of brotherhood. There's a lack of brotherhood. That nigga is your enemy, and that's all the fuck he gonna be. That's how you look at him. There's no such thing as camaraderie. There's no such thing as camaraderie. There's a reason why a lot of women want to invade your spaces of brotherhood. Why? Because they want to destroy whatever type of camaraderie you have. They don't want you to form up like Voltron. Oh shit, if black men form up and have some camaraderie, guess what we can't do? We can't control them. We can't control them. If these black boys start getting mentors and fathers back in the home, we can't override them. Wherever you have brotherhood, you have accountability, which means what? You're going to make a better brother. They're going to make hardy men. Stability. There's a reason why everybody wants to infiltrate your fucking institutions, black people. There's a reason why. Because they know if they come off your ass for 1 second, it's over. For one goddamn second. If we come off this motherfucker's ass and we don't put somebody in there to subjugate them and take away their authority, we're done. We're done. We're done. If we can't subjugate his authority, this is how your women think too. Remember when she says break a child? She meant break a boy. That's what the fuck that meant. You break a fucking boy, you beat the hell out of him. It worked on slavery. It worked on slavery. So, you think that shit don't work? Let's look up slavery. Check out slavery and see how well that shit worked. As soon as they break you, that's all they want to do. If we commandeer this nigga's fucking activities, if we take over his sports, I don't have to worry about my baby because they're going to get all the attention. That's how you think. That's how you know it's a fucking racket. That's how you know it is. I want to people be like, you can't prove what you just said, Charles. I can very easily prove what I said. Think about this concept. It's called all boys schools. Why don't black women champion all boys schools? Matter of fact, black man, why don't you champion all boys schools? A lot of y'all niggas are too bitch made now. See, I'm saying this shit for the guys who don't have school kids. My child's graduating this year. My heart goes out to you niggas. My heart goes out to you niggas. Black men should have been the staunch fucking people when it came to goddamn all boys schools. Marjorie, when they come from an all girl school and all girl event, them broads ain't afraid to say that shit. Them broads are not afraid of that shit, are they? We forget how many of them goddamn feminists. How many of them goddamn feminists charge it to the gang, knowing your boys need proper education, and did not allow your boys to get in all boys schools. But then have the audacity, and I mean the fucking audacity, to do what? Complain about all boys schools. Complain about them. You will have the complete audacity to complain about them. You took trades out the school. But yet, we'll constantly hear the same fucking rhetoric day in and day out. We'll constantly hear the same fucking rhetoric. And what's going to happen, folks? What's going to happen? We're going to have the same wherewithal, the same jackasses. To do what? Take over a goddamn system that wasn't theirs to take over in the first place. But then we get upset when what? When we don't talk about what we need as our own group. As everybody else does, right? Everybody else is staunch for their group except you. I want you to think about that. But nobody wants to hear that shit. You know why? Because it makes black women look bad. Makes them look bad. Go look at everybody's feelings. Mm-mm. We gotta take consideration of people's feelings, how they're looked at. It's shameful, very shameful. Talking to y'all and playing Call of Duty at the same time, and I dropped down to 60 on their heads. Woo! Here's another thing that black men fail to do that black women get right: protecting their image to a certain extent, at least. They are not afraid to put their money where their mouth is to a certain extent, protecting their image. Okay? How much do we go into protecting our own goddamn image? How much? How much? Because something's got to give for a bet. We have too many educated men, too many men within trades, but for some odd reason, we're okay being looked at as the thug. We're okay with that shit. We're okay with the most ignorant of us speaking the loudest for us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and donate. See, black women don't mind having certain types of media, certain types of rhetoric. We can't have how many of y'all back then were listening to the rhetoric of, you know, the educated lame bullshit. You had motherfuckers ashamed of being educated. And being educated doesn't just mean college, it also means the trades too. Hold on, folks, for a second. I'm back. I want you to think about this, right? When there's a public antidote when it comes to protecting the image, black men really don't do a good job of it. There's not a lot of outrage. There's not a lot of fanfare. And trust me, all of us on here have some type of social media. I want you to think about this, right? If you live in the state of Virginia, Maryland, they're trying to ban basically Glocks because they're saying it can be easily be replicated to a to a machine gun. Easily. But yet, instead of going at the manufacturer Glock, who heavily arms police agencies around the nation and militaries around the world and their agencies, why not go against the criminal? Think about this. Glock is probably one of the most affordable handguns. And you're telling me uh, a black man doing his duty and his job can't get one of the most affordable things to protect himself while he's working late? Hmm. I want you to think about that shit. What if more black men, because we have plenty of black YouTubers who are pro 2A, former veterans, former police or current police, firearms instructors. Why aren't we talking about things that will restrict our rights and our humanity? Because if you're not allowing me to protect myself, you're stripping my humanity. When you're saying that we the only people that give black men that get guns are thugs and not people who have extensive knowledge in handguns, rifles, and other miscellaneous things. And yeah, it's a shell issue state. Thank you, Larry Hogan. I don't know why Maryland didn't vote for him, but you vote for the black chick who was in some fuckery. You couldn't vote for the best governor we had in 30 years. Maybe beyond. Maybe the best governor, period, for Maryland. Oh, yeah. I should. Please, definitely put that in the back chat. I'm gonna check them out. Because right now, what if black men took over the 2A movement? What if black men said, we're disciplined, we respect our firearms, but most of all, we respect our right to carry that we earned as being American citizens? What if black men changed the image of the thug into the respected warrior, the patriarch? How many of you work late? And when I mean work late, you either get off at around 9, 10, or 9 or 10 is when you start. I've told you, if two entities end up with your firearms, the government and the criminals, you don't trust either. Either you're going to be a subject or a victim, and I don't like being either. I think and know that if it was black women who were upset with some shit, let's give you an example. Look at the Tom Myers thing, or whatever the hell his name was, when he called them nappy-headed hoes. You know the most powerful thing them young ladies could have done when they came on for the interview. They could have wore their natural hair, loud and proud, with a black fist in the air. What's wrong with my hair? Am I making sense, anybody? I would have told each one of them females, wear your naturals. Get your afros. Get your natural silk presses. Get your naturals. Get your cornrows. Get your curls. Get your braids. We going loud and proud. Fist in the air. What's so nappy when I'm happy? Think about it. If Shorty with the blonde hair, who used to mess with Kanye, can make a hoe movement, why can't we make a bro movement? What's up? What's up, All Star G? Why can't we make the bro movement? Hey, June, July, August, hell, this week. I'm trying to make a few dates for the all Baltimore smokeout. What's up, Snowman? I'll bring you up in a minute. Get your cigars, get your liquor, and come hang with your nigga. Get some disposable grills, some sauce, some Italian sausage. Yep, that's Amber Rose. Thank you. Get some hot dogs, beef, pork, chicken, whatever the hell you eat. Respectful to everybody's dietary concerns. Get some nice liquor. You got the speaker out there blasting. Why can't we do a bro movement instead of a whole movement? Wait a minute. You got black men who are legally armed sitting down peacefully with some lawn chairs, listening to music. There's no violence. And when the young people came over, they calmed the situation down without law enforcement. Baltimore niggas eat Hebrew National, right? So whatever happened to that? That would be an image changer. When a couple of people I knew from the department and some newbies, when I told one guy who had only 5 years in, I said, dude, I'm going to predict you being a sergeant within 2 years from now. It's your job to make it happen. The look he gave me was like, damn, another black man believed in me. Yeah, do it. You got too many good guys around you not to be. What's something else that black women get right that black men get wrong? Found out I'm the weekends I'm free. Looking at the week, the 25th. That sounds good to me. Because I'm gonna do it three times this summer, or at least spring and summer. I'm gonna do my tester probably this weekend or next weekend. I'm gonna do one in June and definitely in July, and maybe even August. We should have something in Baltimore, the Great Baltimore Smokeout. Got your music, got your chairs, got your temporary grills out. Enjoy yourself. BYOB, and please bring a lot of that BYOB. Even if you smoke weed, come on out. Cigarettes, okay, we'll let you smoke your cigarettes, but definitely cigars, my niggas. We should fellowship. We should get to know each other face to face. We should shake each other's hand, not just virtually, but also physically. Because what if my son goes to a school or he goes to the military and he's stationed in your city, in your state, and you could put hands on him and you could help him out? It's a damn shame that, there may be kids of yours who go to a Baltimore school or college. Wouldn't you like to know that there's somebody who can help them out if they got some troubles or get in some trouble? That's the one thing about black women. They always got a hand they could put out on somebody. Yep, it's our constitutional right to fellowship as black men. You goddamn right. Freedom of assembly. What's up? What's up, black man?
What's up, black man?
Uh,
You know what we can do?
yes, sir.
We can take a bunch of black men and bring them to a place where especially black women won't expect us to hang out and fellowship. And in your area, it's a place. It's one of my favorite places. We like to call Camden Yards.
Oh yeah, a couple of people could catch a game.
Yep.
We could also. Oh, we forgot to tell you, ABM. We know a few crab spots, don't we? So if you do come being fresh, make sure you got some extra shirts and shit when you eat them crabs. And we're gonna try to get some water and some other shit to get the shit off your hands.
Here's how black men can fellowship. In your area, it's Camden Yards, it's M&T Bank Stadium.
Mm-hmm. It's the old Under Armour right by the pier.
The old Under Armour.
Federal Hill.
The old Baltimore Arena.
Bells Point, Baltimore Arena. It's a lot of places where I could literally show you. Did you know the VA hospital on Green Street? Guess what popular person is actually buried across there?
Who's that?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Wow.
Who's one of the greatest baseball players of all time from Baltimore? Down the street from the VA on Pratt Street is the Babe Ruth Museum.
Babe Ruth Museum.
What's another famous Baltimorean baseball player? Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken Jr.
We have some of the greatest football players of all time. Might have heard of the names of Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. Currently rock out with Lamar out. I mean, there's so much history.
One of our favorites of all time, Tony Siragusa.
I have a picture with
late Tony Siragusa.
I have a clear picture with Tony that was so beautiful. You can see the baguettes on his goddamn ring. Such a great guy. Such a good fella.
And I can tell he was. I can tell he was fun to hang out with.
Speaking of him, man, when he came out to our tailgate, it was me and a whole bunch of colleagues from the department.
Yeah.
Man, he was a life of the party.
I bet. Fun, I mean, he had a series I loved watching called Man Cave or Man Caves, where he would help a viewer build his man cave.
And it's funny because when you think about the fellowship of black men, the goose. There's a lot where I want everybody to sit. There's an area where they have the domes. You'll see Ray Lewis, Cal Ripken, and Michael Phelps. And it's funny because you'll see sometimes you luck up like I do and find very beautiful at the area.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll see couples there I'd be like, hey, y'all better slow dance. And they just laughing and they actually do it.
Hell, you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to host a watch party where I'm calling a game and you guys are making your comments and we're all hanging out that way.
That's another way. Hey, we should all go to the goddamn gun range.
Okay.
What's wrong
I
with that?
can't.
Why is that?
I'm not. I cannot have firearms around me
Well, you
with my
waited.
head.
Well, you waited to cut. Well, we'll send you somewhere to go get the sodas, there, nigga.
No, I can't. No, seriously. No, seriously. Some of us should not have firearms on us because we have some head issues, and sometimes you might get flashbacks or something.
Well, that's the
So
legal.
gun range is not a. Yeah.
So, if
I mean,
you
hell,
Kane,
I'm not.
you're on soft drink patrol.
All right.
Hell, I'm not far
I'll
from.
get some Powerade and Gatorade while I'm at it. Hell, I'll go. In fact, I'll cross the border from across the border into Canada, get y'all the better version of Powerade, Gatorade while we're at it.
Trust me, we're gonna need it. Drink. I'm gonna tell you this one. We got the youngest in charge in the building. We got Boss. We got Chance. We
What
got
up, boss?
I didn't say hello to All-Star G, course namer, fuck namer. I'm just joking. We got AB. Of course, we got man. Of course, we got the angry black Baltimore man. Oh man, who else we got? Hey, I feel good. We got Mike. We got LEPD squad. I feel at home. And that is funny because
And you should.
niggas
And you should.
niggas do eat Hebrew nationals, which is funny. Oh my god, that's funny. Even though
let me answer Michael's comment. I am not too far from we are not too far from the University of Louisville.
Ooh, okay.
In fact, I may fuck around and put in some credentials for the wife and I to go see some U of L games. And if that didn't work, we can always ride down to Bloomington to see the national champs do their thing.
Well, you can always come to Baltimore and see one of the greatest quarterbacks y'all had do it. I mean, you're the look great in purple and black. I mean, you're part-time team Ravens. We'll allow it.
I think they've been that way since y'all put a foot in our ass on Christmas night 3 years ago.
And Mike said, "I need some range therapy. I'm in the boonies and I know a good range or two. But just like the conclave, we could do the great Baltimore smokeout, change it to the great American smokeout. Black man.
Yeah.
Well, nice range.
All right.
I could put like a couple of handguns, and a couple of shotguns, and a couple of jammings, as we say in Baltimore.
I feel insulted if you don't bring some RPGs. Or rocket launchers.
They might hear you. Oh yeah.
They just might.
Hopefully this meeting goes well so I can start my schooling and get paid as an E5 sergeant and get this EAH and get this schooling. Oh yeah.
You deserve it, man.
I keep forgetting that y'all call it. Some of y'all call
it.
Yeah,
you put in the work, man. Obviously.
You absolutely.
I'm already.
Charles.
The funniest part is that I'm starting off with like anywhere from 30, 40, or 50 credits, so I'm cheating.
All the way in. Yep, you already got 40 or 50 in.
So if you forget that's everybody's from a different region, so people call it pop, or you can get a grape soda and they'll call it a Coke. Like here's the soda.
Exactly.
Pop. What the fuck is a pop? Somebody shot something? Oh, soda.
Soda pop.
I had that great American argument when I went away to college in Missouri. I told somebody, bring me a pop when you get back. And they looked at me and went, what? That's when I learned about that great American argument.
Yeah. And it's funny because,
what part of the country were they from? This other person?
They're from Missouri.
Yeah,
I'm from Chicago.
Usually a lot of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're from Missouri. You're from Illinois. So they'd be like, oh, okay. That's an Illinois thing. That makes sense.
Sometimes they'll say,
Shit.
I forget which region of America. A Coke is for insert soda here. That's a Coke.
That basically, yes.
You know.
Yeah, there's no reason why we can't not just fellowship, but continue to fellowship like this, man.
But it's another thing that black women get right that black men seem to get wrong. They on the level.
Yeah.
They're not gonna lie. They'll lie for each other. They ain't gonna lie for you. They gonna code each other. They
Yeah.
will put another
Well,
black.
it's just in their best interest.
And most of the time, their best interest is the sisterhood.
Hmm.
Most of the time. well, yeah, you got it right. Most of the time it is.
Because think about it. Was that prosecutor, Meg the Stallion, and girl, were they on the level about Tory Lanez?
Nope.
They were on the
Not at
level.
all.
They were on the level with each other.
You, Charles Faulkner, will need to ride shotgun with me sometime this year when I do call a game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Because
tell
we were
people.
supposed to do it Christmas night, but then wife had to take my daughter to work and I had to change some things around and I was just coming off being sick. And I know you were working that night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need magic as black men. We need superpowers. That shit lasts longer.
Much longer.
We don't do bibbly bobbly boo. We go up and left. Fuck that. Like a job for a black man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing. Because
Wait. You said it wrong. You said it wrong. You got to go Richard Pryor. You remember what Richard Pryor said as a superhero?
What?
This looks like a job for super nigger. You don't remember the super nigger bit he had back in the day?
I remember that routine.
Yeah, Richard Pryor, that bit.
I'm gonna tell you why I said it the way I said it. Because
Oh, okay.
Because one, black chicks believe in magic because they love to manifest shit.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
We gotta make shit happen.
Just like that old Charlie Murphy song. It's like that Charlie Wilson song. I can do magic. From 05, so I know what you mean.
We have to be fundamentally on the level with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't, there ain't no parachute for black men.
No, there never was.
You're supposed to be dead right now,
Yep. Yep. They gave me a death sentence down in North Carolina. But I'm married to the most wonderful woman in the world, and she said, even when I was fogged out on chemo. No, I'm not having that shit. So she's one of my superpowers.
You know, she hit you with that Hall of Notes. I can't go for that.
Exactamundo. And she repeats it to me every day, man.
We're going to talk about, well, I said even to bring down the walls of Jericho action have to be taken. Yeah, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand something. You have to be each other's support system.
Indeed.
Black women will do some of the most erroneous shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they will have the sisterhood to back them up.
And make it more erroneous. And make it even more erroneous.
Shout out to Edward Anderson. Have me on this show as a guest.
Nice.
For my expert opinion of law enforcement. When that mother said,
and not to mention, go ahead.
When that mother said, my mother taught me that if you break a child, you never get trouble out of them. I really felt the
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, what'd she say?
You break a child, you never have.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Compassionate and Callous had a short about that. He put a YouTube short about that,
Okay.
and there was a comment I gave out on that and a couple other clips. One was I brought up the old Frederick Douglass quote. It's easier to raise strong children than to repair broken men. But with that being said, you have to ask yourself, how do broken men end up being broken in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
You got to start from
If
high.
we, mm-hmm.
Hey, Chance. In response to your comment, Black Men Magic would be great. No, it's going to be great because we're going to start it right
It's
here.
already great. It already is great
It'll be greater
because of the men involved. They will be the greatest. And no, we're not talking about the R. Kelly song from the Ali soundtrack. I'm sorry, we made too many jokes. I remember making too many jokes about that song.
I don't think you're the only one that did.
Yeah, we all did.
It's going to be huge.
Charles, nobody needs to imagine you with a toupee on. Let's not go there.
I'm doing it. It'll be huge. The most shit ever.
Charles, has there ever been a picture of you with hair? Always wanted to ask that question.
Yes.
Same with
Several.
Same with me, circa 1990.
Well, y'all both look better with the baldy, so
I like being bald. It's perfect. It's perfect for me and my bride. I like being bald.
Well, you got the head for it. Not everybody has a head for the baldy. You don't have the right head shape for it.
Apparently, there was never a time to females. I didn't look attractive to them. Whether hair or no hair, shit.
I know that feeling. You want black? Hey, folks, for anyone that doubts, and we're not talking about anybody in this chat, but for anyone within earshot that doubts that Black Man Magic doesn't work, there's a conversation that I have with me, Matt Granahan, and Dr. Faulkner that was only supposed to last 25 minutes. You know how long that conversation went? 3.5 hours.
I remember even crazier conversation. It involved you, me, Charles. It was on Charles's previous theme called the Burden of Performance. We had A.L. Evans on it.
Yep.
And for that first half, we were using references from Bernie Mac to George Carlin and Richard Pryor to express the frustrations we were talking about, like the burdens of performance. Like when I talked about Bernie Mac, I quoted the first bits he had about from the original Kings of Comedy, where it's like, he loves his wife. He's 42, and at the time, he said, "I'm 42, but I'm in good shape. But I'm tired. My body weary."
Yep. I remember.
I'm sick of saying, I'm sick of fucking. And imagine, we use that and cross-reference that with head of state. We said, the reason I'm Secretary of Defense for y'all is because I'm tired of fucking my wife. 3 minutes. That's all I'm giving you. That's all I got.
I was drinking tonight.
The nation's defense needs me right now. Shit.
Well, a little bit earlier, I just bought some tequila.
Oh, man.
A little bit. Tequila
Yeah, this low maintenance haircut is perfect. Ladies love the ball with the salt and pepper beard.
Yep.
Cut my hair when I turned 30. I shave my own head in the company. I mean, most guys talk about using Manscaped. Me, I think I have one called Skull Shaver, and I mentioned to a couple people, especially considering,
I'm going to get one of those.
Yeah,
I need to get myself a skull shaver. I am definitely going to make that investment.
Yeah, the Pitbull. Oh, if you have an account and if you have the whatchamacallit, what's the offering is if you have an account, you can get like a membership discount. So they'd be sending you blades every so often. In your case, depending on what your situation is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just have normal? Do you have coarse hair? Do you have sensitive skin? They have specific blades for y'all.
Yep.
In my case, I have one called, I got sensitive skin. No, you can go to the website. You don't need to go to LAP. LAP is what? You don't have to go to the Amazon. You can go to the directly from the website. For
And they say
y'all
we don't.
stateside in Canada, it's, skullshaver.com. And the machine you got to use is called the Pitbull. There's
Mm-hmm.
something called there's one called the beast trimmer. That's just for trimming your hair or beard. That's a trimmer.
My skin. I know my skin is very sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
given
there's. Mhm,
given the change my body has gone through in the
mhm.
past 4 years, it's even more sensitive now.
Also, there's something called a One Line Pro,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to be careful with the blades. They have two. One's called a chiseler, and one's called no. Forgot the. Hold on, let me look up the name. One of them is gold in color. The other is silver. Now, the silver one is designed for people with sensitive skins.
Okay.
So anytime you buy, the one line
You know what?
that come,
I'm gonna have one called.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna have one called Two Live Crew.
that too, that too. Just keep it face down, ass up when we go there.
Fuck this. You know,
Oh, me so horny. Well, in that case, me so hairy.
yeah, that's how he made his money during college.
Mm-hmm.
But on a serious note, I just look at
Yeah.
a lot of these things. You say people be like, "Well, you talk negatively about black women." I don't. I just talk honestly. I said, "Yeah, there's some things y'all do better than us."
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And you surprise them when you say that admission aloud, and you surprise them even more when we get a plan to correct it. Like you've been talking about here the past 35 minutes since I've been back here.
Why not have fellowships?
Why not?
Think about it. Women can have hot girl summers,
Mm-hmm.
and men just have a laid back type of day.
I
I would.
remember a conversation with Detroit 313 about something like that about fellowships, and I had to mention the Detroit 300, and look what happened to them.
Mhm. You gotta realize some shit, right?
Hmm.
You gotta realize some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When men find
I'm all
freedom,
ears.
how many people are always ready to put them back in their place?
Exactly.
Always gotta put black men back in their goddamn place.
Yep.
So, feel like that episode on the fucking boom. Nigga, did I just hear you were trying to have fun? That.
You just put that in my sound files recently. Did I just catch you having fun?
Oh my god!
And I mean,
And
the saddest part about that shit is really is that when you're trying to have fun and enjoy yourself, see,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's gonna ask, why do you invite black women? Because you bitches are invited everything else. What do you gotta invite us? Like, y'all never talk about it. I want to find a good black man. You know, if you want to find a good
Right.
black go to a goddamn cigar lounge.
just don't front like you know how to smoke a cigar or cut one.
I don't see y'all going to any fraternities.
Right.
Meetups. I don't see y'all going to any FOPs.
I'll use the example I said earlier. We don't see them going to any baseball games.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You will never, ever, ever see. I can't say never because I saw my mother and my sister and my cousin at a baseball game. My very first one in 1982. But it's rare. It's rare. You
Comiskey
see a
Park.
black man at a Yep, old Comiskey Park. It's my first ever baseball game. Dad and I were sitting there watching
Southsiders
it.
Unite.
Dad and I were sitting there watching it and scoring the game all the way through. My sister and my mother were looking at us going, why are we here?
This is
Hey,
fun.
black women, you want to meet a black man that has fun? Meet him on his territory. I just gave you one piece of it, a sporting event, in particular, a baseball game.
Go to a black man's gig. You can already see what he's doing. I need a man with ambition. A man with ambition is cold for. I need a man who's willing to work for me.
Well, what are you doing for that man? Is the question.
Yep.
That's the question that needs to be asked.
And it will never get answered correctly either.
Mm-hmm.
I need a man.
For what?
Talking to a young lady working security when I visit one of my old cop secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 kids by 2 different men, and she's 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, she's already fucked up because she's dating her boss. And I'm like, why would you
Oh
do
dear.
Her boss. Uh-oh.
That's trouble.
And I said, the Negro did that. God help us.
Mm-hmm.
God help us. The Negro did that. We ain't shit.
Something we are still told today.
We ain't shit. Oh, you just try to get ahead. Bitch, you just get
Yeah.
ahead.
Mm-hmm. How many women have slept their way to the top?
Well, you had a vice
We
president.
have time to calculate that.
No.
That's
I
what
do
I thought.
remember once Robin Williams when he did one of his one-man shows. I think it was in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at one woman, said, who are you with? And she said, I'm with my boss. Are you fucking him? The crowd went hysterical. He said, hey, this is DC.
True.
What did I say wrong?
Exactly.
Exactly. What did he say wrong?
What did he say wrong? No, this is DC after all. I mean, come on. The cat was out of the bag by 97, 98.
There was actually a cat. That motherfucker.
Yeah, his name was Ken Starr. Well, there were 2 cats. One named Ken Starr, the other was Paula Tripp. I'm sure a lot of y'all don't remember those names.
That was a saber-tooth tiger right there. Fuck a cougar.
Mm-hmm.
Big motherfucker right there. Yeah. What it is when it comes to this fellowship,
You know? The thing about fellowships is like men need their own spaces, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we need our sponsor spaces because men need to come together to congregate and discuss things that need to be discussed amongst ourselves. I mean, take Russian society, Russian culture. You have bathhouses. Now, unfortunately, people are going to say, "Oh, they're going to try to, turn it into some triple X matter." No, men go there to relax, to unwind, and they converse with among themselves. The women, they have their own bathhouses. They go there, they converse and whatnot, and talk about their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Men have country clubs for golf. Barbershops in the black neighborhoods, barbershops was basically a black man's country club because that's where all men come together, congregate, discuss, and all that, right?
Yeah.
Or there was like a favorite bar or favorite a coffee shop where you guys can come together and discuss things. Most cultures, there's a coffee shop whatnot where we all just congregate and meet up and discuss what we need to discuss, whether it's politics, social issues.
Where can niggas go? In your bitch's backyard.
Well, again, how many times have y'all heard me say it? In Western culture, we mingle with women too fucking much. Men and women mingle with each other too much.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
Too damn much. Even the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
You got
I
women
miss the pool hall.
barbers. You got women
Mm-hmm.
coming in wanting male style haircuts. It's too fucking
Mm-hmm.
much.
And the funny thing
Constantly
is, to your
around one
point,
another.
ABM, and the funny thing to your point, ABM, very few men could provide those types of haircuts at a women's salon.
Yeah.
And if there are men who work in the women's salon or hairdressers, they're usually of a certain persuasion, or they're just that way for pay. Outside, they're just straight dudes. No, they just act like straight. They're just normal straight dudes. But in there, they got to put on a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you don't even have the strip club no damn more.
No.
The bitches love the strippers more than you.
Gentlemen's,
They want to
a
be in the
gentlemen's
damn
club.
strip club more than the men.
Exactly.
One thing about black women that I've realized, and I'm getting up there in my old age. I'll be 45 in a couple days.
Right, happy birthday.
Congratulations. Happy
Bro.
birthday, fam.
Thursday, my birthday. I'm realizing black women love to be around men all the goddamn time.
Wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute, you an Aries?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like we're sitting here right now talking
All right.
about men congregating.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I say we need to reestablish a brotherhood as black men because we do not have it at all.
Yeah.
Black women don't believe in letting black men have no space.
No, they don't.
Everything black women do, if you pay attention to them, whatever you see black women do, they're going to make sure men are 5 feet away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Very rarely is it just like even girl trips. Like, what do? Go to Jamaica and you get on the bamboo raft and the dude is rubbing the white shit all on you and
Right.
end up plowing you. Like, everything they do is male related.
Because a lot of them don't know how to have fun. Think about it. Most of the shit I like to do is like, yo, I'm like, yo, I purposely have shit and I look for women I date who have their own goddamn hobbies. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I miss you. I want to be able to take a break from you. You could come sometimes, not all the time.
You got to make sure what type of hobbies they have that are very productive. I mean, if they like to go on brunch and whatnot, you got to be, oh shit, does that mean I got to come pick you up when you get wasted out of your mind?
Right.
Some of you got to pick a bitch.
I mean, do I got to rush you to the ER because you're dealing with alcohol poisoning?
Sometimes you got to get a chick who don't even fucking drink. Some men need to get a chick who actually her hobbies is actually exercise.
Mm-hmm.
See, the craziest part about it is that this is what a man wants from their woman. Can you function without me? That's the ultimate.
When
Yep.
I need my space, can you go find something to do without bitching at me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing Jody said to me when we first met, she said, I love the fact that we're together a lot, but given the fact that we also both work and we're running our own business, we're going to need some space from each other. And at the end of the workday, we come together for a little while and talk about what happened, and then release some tension. That's been our rule for 8 years. When she comes in from work, she says, "Give me a couple hours to unwind and get settled down, and then we can get together later." She knows where to find me. I know where to find her. She's in her she's either in her office working on homework or working from home. And when she does work from home, I do not disturb her during her work hours unless she asks me to run an errand for her. And she does the same. She does the same for me because most of the time I'm here in my office.
Good move.
We got that, you know?
Hmm.
Oh no, you controlling her. You controlling. And think about it, right?
Someone actually thought, Charles, before you go, someone actually thought that about me when I explained that to them. I'm like, no, she needs her space. I need mine.
Think about it. My
And
man,
that's both of
man,
us working from home.
my man, big buy. She pays for bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes. We joke with each other to see who spent more on what. Like,
Mhm.
you bought another gun. I mean, shit, you bought another bike. We have our own hobbies. Like, she works out. She's a PE teacher. I work out, shit, because of my back. Get along.
Yep.
I'm like, thank you. Go on trips with people. Guess what? If we ever made it official, only motherfucker you cheating on me is with Huffy.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's
See,
it, and that's all, man.
the problem is that a lot of black men are afraid to be without their woman because I'm nothing without her.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a woman, and I remember like she understood what I was into, and she tried to accommodate me.
Midgets?
No, no.
Yeah,
She knew I was a gamer. She knew I was a gamer. Next thing you know, she showed me that she had downloaded some games for me, and I said, "Okay, cool, appreciate that." Even
nigga,
though we didn't really engage that much because I was like, I was a little uncomfortable with the situation, just me being me.
Mm-hmm.
But
you were trying to
she
cut.
tried.
You were trying to cut down on bitches, huh?
Hey, shit, Charles.
Hey,
Charles always wants to. Charles knows how to hit me in the funny bone. He's always got to give me the funny bone
Oh,
every single time. He got to hurt me.
he's gotten me too.
Even when we were little kids, his mom had to say like, "Hey Charles, quit picking on Nema. Leave Nema alone. You know he's sensitive. Why you guys gotta hurt him in the funny bone all the time?" I'm still reeling from that one time you were like, roasting one of your boys, and I was begging you to stop because I felt like my appendix was gonna burst because I was laughing so hard.
Oh, Charles has gotten me many, many times, especially since I've been in and out of the hospital, and you guys have gotten to know Jody. See, the funny thing is, in an inverted way,
Charles is the Shannon Sharp to your Coach Prime. Let's put it that way. He ain't no good.
just a
He
moment,
ain't no good.
just a moment. But in an inverted sort of way, BGS started that shit.
Wait, how so? I don't know. I don't.
In a backdoor way, BGS started that shit with the. Are you sure there's not a black woman in your house? When I didn't have my
You better
camera,
not show my 30-ass house.
that started it. Then BGS jumped all over it. Then Charles jumped all over it, and now it's a running joke here in the household.
Hey, she's gotten you good plenty of times. What was that one time you guys were like, you were doing something when you guys got in the car
I just
And
call
she
it.
used one of your favorite lines. No, she used one of your lines from the show because of her legs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my leg! Oh my leg! Oh my leg! Oh my leg!
If there's one thing I appreciate about my friends and about the love of my life, it's a sense of humor. It's a sense of humor.
I just call it. I call them Team Jungle Fever. That's all I call
Hey,
Well, they are like those two. Those two are like a bunch of crazy teenagers half the time. So can you blame them?
it fits and it works.
Mm-hmm.
It fits and it works. That's why we have so much
I remember.
fun all the time. You know?
Mhm.
Get her hair done in cornrows, and you should get a high top fade.
You know what she asked me about? She asked me my opinion on should she get braids or not. I'm like, go for it.
I mean, you should. Nobody owns a patent on braids and shit.
Right?
No,
And she
I'm just thinking maybe box braids, or depending on because certain hairstyles don't work with the shape of one's face.
You
You
gotta
know what I'm
go.
saying?
You gotta get the official braids on somebody's porch down in the Northeast. That's the official.
That's when when they're done on somebody's porch.
Uh-huh.
Lord knows I've seen it for many years growing up in Chicago. Somebody sitting on the porch, somebody sitting on the second step of the porch, somebody on the first step doing braids.
Best braid you'll ever see is on somebody's porch, and that's true.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes
They see.
that was in the back of somebody's goddamn house.
Mm-hmm.
Or in somebody's living room. When I was growing up, when I was getting braids.
Usually it's gonna be in the kitchen because you can't vacuum all that shit up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like get the O-I-O-I-A-O-E-O-E-O. That type of shit.
I haven't heard that in years.
And then you
Good.
have chrome colors. I swear to God, that would make if they ever came to Blur Cardigan with that shit. I swear to God, y'all won.
Did BlurCon happen already?
Yeah, March.
I thought so.
Why was it held in? Why is it held in March? Shouldn't it be held like in July or something like that in Virginia?
Be in July, but guess what? Negroes bring
What?
heat, and they're
True.
just
Right.
all those people, so they did it in March. Which I mean, I wish they could at least done it. Let a nigga's fucking taxes come back.
And like after taxes, maybe like at the end of April or maybe beginning of May.
One of these times, there was Charles and I were just the one year that it was in July. I think it was 4 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. One of these times, if they have it like mid-year, I'm gonna execute an idea that Charles and I talked about.
The price is right.
Yep.
Bob Barker.
Charles is my announcer.
Sorry.
Charles is the announcer. I'm going to be the host, and Jody's handing me my microphone.
We might as well put a puff afro wig on you, make you look like a cross between Bob Barker and Don Cornelius while we at it. Put some glass. Yeah, he's got the glasses already. So,
hey, I already got the glasses. I already have the glasses.
All you need now is for Chris Bates to be there. And he's like, now, ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to put your hands together and give a warm, soul-trained welcome to my man Chris Bates and the Baseheads.
I could do that.
Oh,
I could do that.
And singing The Mind He Lost.
Do you know how much of a riot that would be?
Him singing The Love He Lost, The Mind He Lost. And the fact that I would probably have to be there, bring in a couple of cousins, and we could be like the backup band for him.
Oh, God.
Be high.
Me on base.
You gotta be high.
Have Victor in that shit too.
You gotta.
You know?
Yeah, Vicola on drums.
Oh,
And then you gotta have a nigga with sunglasses in the dark with a trench
Yep.
coat on the face with an unlit cigarette out that never leaves.
You know how much of a riot we'd cause with all that?
Hey, Mr. Johnson, nigga, come on down.
I probably have to.
Child support yet, but the price is right.
I'd probably do something really ridiculous, something really heinous. I'd probably rope in one of my siblings,
Speaking
one of my brother, hold on. One of my brothers, especially considering what his childhood nickname was. I don't want to mention it, but we'd probably have him. Shave his beard, shave his mustache, put a little afro wig on him. And everybody look at him and say, "Oh, look, it's Emmanuel Lewis, all grown up." And he'd be there as Emmanuel Lewis, all grown up,
Charles, do that announcement again. Do that announcement again.
All right, Johnson, come on down. You're tested, not for child support. The price is right. What are you getting? A new bus pass. A getaway time. Hey, you're going to get a free pass to Norma Jean's. The most exquisite. Oh, they closed? Oh, too many STDs. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, we got to think of something else.
Stop! I'm going to spit my water out. Stop!
Oh, yeah, we got too much up here. This price is wrong. Oh, yeah.
Cold blooded. What more can I say?
We're going to give you autographed pictures from the cast of The Wire.
Shit.
That's $300 worth of lottery tickets.
He said 300.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get... And remember, you can only use $500 off this independent. But don't let the know.
I got two of my siblings live stateside. They're in Virginia. And my youngest brother could probably show up to BlurCon dressed like Stringer Bell.
Like,
So that could work.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
I'm going to come up there and dress with somebody from Sembeck. I ain't talking about the feet.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
To do stand-up. I got to call my stand-up called Racially Inappropriate.
I probably show up looking like Samuel L. Jackson, just going motherfucker on everything.
Guess what? I'm probably going to offend you. I said, oh, man.
This motherfucker always gonna be motherfucking joking every motherfucking time. What is this motherfucker's motherfucking problem? I don't motherfucking know. Damn motherfucker. Damn motherfucker.
You know it's sad. Like you see
What's that?
Lady, when you see a big woman with a mustache looking like an old. That's just a mustache. It split like fucking. Got the little gray shit. I thought she was going to her thing. Like, like, bitch had more testosterone than the 80s Hulk Hogan and shit. Well, like, I mean, shit. Now, they say, why are you being prejudiced against bearded ladies? We're not supposed to. That's not cute.
That's not cute. I mean, I've seen women I know women who have facial hair and they actually had the decency to shave it off.
You know, somebody gonna find her beautiful. Stop bringing her hopes. That's like saying you. That's like saying you give a head to a homeless man. What the fuck? Well, then again, you know, this is the black community. You see some of the baby daddies, these niggas who are homeless.
Shit.
Oh my gosh.
Homeless, but he got Jordans that are made in New York.
Yes. Yes.
How the fuck? My baby, look at my bum ass baby daddy. Bitch, you were already a homeless shelter if you let that nigga nut in you.
The hell?
Like, seriously. You can't tell me that you got high standards when you and your boyfriend. I swear to God, I need a Patreon to tell you something. I'll give you this one free story.
Only
Like,
way she got high standards is if they both high than a motherfucker.
well, yeah,
Yep.
it was me and my boy Josh at the desk, right? I had one of my
Mm-hmm.
members. This chick wanted a fucking report of my baby daddy didn't bring my child. We have custody papers now, but he's supposed to bring the child, and it's 9 o'clock. How old's the child? 5. The child's probably asleep, man. And then she had her fat friend, because you know these bitches always got fat fucking friends, right?
Yep.
So they so fat they look like a blurple,
The
a black
purple.
purple. Like, you know, they look like a California raisin that let themselves go. That's what the fuck she looked.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
More like a California prune.
no. You ever seen a bitch that look like an overripe pumpkin?
Yes.
Oh yeah. They can't
Yes.
even breathe right half the time. They'd be like,
The fuck? She's like, you know, well, you know, he's on drugs. And I had to say, excuse me, ma'am. Why would you have a baby with a man on drugs unless? Well, I used to be on drugs. There you go. You said that.
Bingo.
well, that's your first mistake. What made you think it was a good idea to have a baby who was on dope?
And then here comes Blurple. Well, you know how fooling people, how men be tricking women. I said, ma'am, I'm insulted for women. So why your statement?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, what do you mean? You just said women are not smart enough to make conscious decisions like an adult. That's what you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
So here's my thing: either women are too dumb, or you need to get somebody that you trust to scan your men for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And they're
I
not
didn't,
going to
Good
do
luck
that.
with that.
And they're not going to do that. Not consciously.
and you know, here comes the response from old IMAX back.
Oh no. He said, I
Big
mean, there's
Back
no
Betty.
lie. I mean, there's no lie in that statement. Namer, what do I often say on the show? Find the lie. There ain't no lie there.
No lie. There was no lie to begin with. You know, the only
There was
lie was nobody understood what he was saying.
no lie to be found.
No, none to be found.
When you got a back that looked like an IMAX projecting screen, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
And you know what? Half of those bitches live in Chicago.
that's because only Chicago could fit for so many.
Mm-hmm. Either Chicago or New York. And they're starting to filter them out in New York.
I mean, shit, that's because of well action. You got 2 of them. That's, you know. But you know, y'all lucky Married with Children couldn't be filmed today, boy.
Right.
Did y'all ever see the animated version, the animated series of Good Times?
Oh yeah, by the way, happy birthday, Ed O'Neill. He turned 80.
Mm,
Happy birthday, Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill.
I thought that's 80 though.
4 touchdowns in a single game.
Greatest fucking poke high football player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest TV dads ever.
Yeah,
Yep. He kept it real, and it was so ahead of its time when it was going on.
It was. It was.
think
It
about it.
was it was so ahead of its time.
That was the manosphere before the manosphere.
Yes, indeed, it was.
It sure was.
Love and marriage, love and.
Black Door.
I mean,
Pull up, get on YouTube and pull up any clip from that show and read the comments and look at all of the men you're going to see in the comments. Like when I
Saying
was a kid, I thought it was just funny. Now that I'm an adult and I got children, now I understand.
and they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
paying all kinds of reference to it. And you know what's crazy? It lasted 11 seasons, and it wasn't supposed to even last one.
Mm-hmm. That's prophetic. It was so that shit was damn near 20, 30 years ahead of its time.
Yep.
there was an episode with him, and there was like one scene where it was with him and Bubba Smith, and they were comparing who had it more fucked up.
Yep. I'll say it again. It was
Even
not
showing who had the worst fucked up toes, worst fucked up socks.
You know what saved that? You know what saved that series and really sent it on its way? Fox picked it up.
What? Fox didn't give a fuck at that time.
Fox picked it up, and it was filmed in one of their main hubs. It was filmed in Chicago. It was taped in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
So that's what saved Married with Children. Fox picked it up. They took it off of NBC. What they did in 1987 was they tested some new pilot series on NBC, and they all flopped except Married with Children. And they couldn't keep it on NBC because they were about to fill those primetime slots with drama shows. Law and Order, anybody?
Which was a good show in its own right.
Exactly.
The original Law and Order.
Mm-hmm. So Fox rode to the rescue and snatched it, and it went on into glory for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
That show was so prophetic. I tell people all the time, I said, look, if you want to look at a man who's just dedicated, that is the definition of a man will forego his happiness for his family. But women will forego her family for her happiness.
Mm-hmm.
That's the common phrase right there.
Because guess what? Modern women have shown you we will skip out on the family if we're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
You got chicks talk about, oh, he can have full custody now. And you know what these bitches never figure out? You're paying child support.
Yep. And they won't figure it out either.
What you mean?
I could care less. I mean, if I have my kid,
they don't care because they don't have jobs.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can almost guarantee.
Hold on, name.
Okay, sorry.
I can almost guarantee you, any broad, especially a black woman, she doesn't have custody of the child. She ain't got a fucking job, and she's never going to get it.
Same shit.
You know what? I can offer the best example. My sister.
Damn.
Nigga, I'm from Baltimore, nigga. I grew up watching this shit.
Oh yeah.
Same.
And the thing is,
yeah, you grew up watching it. You have the advantage. I didn't see this shit until adulthood when my sister was talking so much shit to my mother. And as I've often said, they can be at each other's throats 1 minute, and the next minute they're cackling like witches at a fucking brew. So I didn't see this as a youngin', but I've seen it as an adult, brother.
The one thing that has changed from when I was a kid to now is you see way more men with sole custody of the children.
Yes.
Back in the 80s, 90s, I was like unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every year, it's getting more and more common.
Mm-hmm.
More and more men they got sole custody of the child or the children.
And the women will have to cough up the money.
Well, like I said, those bitches, I'm telling you, they don't work. They don't have fucking jobs. These are losers. You're a woman and you lose custody of your child, you are a complete fuck up. I know this from personal experience. You are a train wreck of a woman.
Understood.
You know
It's
what's
crazy.
It
you know
is
the
crazy.
part about it? They will have the motherfucking, and I mean the motherfucking audacity to say, a good man. Bitch. Well, and the sad thing about it, you got these bitches look like characters from Fist of the North Star. And then for some odd reason, you get the most ignorant, and I do mean ignorant. Don't forget
Not
to hit.
ignorant, ignorant.
Don't forget to hit the cash app, folks. Hit the cash app. We do a man talk. Man, this bitch fine as shit. Man, she got a body. Man, I'm gonna hit her up. You gotta really realize this shit. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there who giving second and third chances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to become a bigger fuck up. Why?
Yep.
Why? Ah. And the sad part about it is, you have the same goddamn opportunity to pick better men, if not more. And then what happens? You drop the
They,
shit.
they still pick the same kind of men.
Because women fuck types.
Yep.
They don't deal with individual men. They have a specific template of man they like and they stick to it. If you talk about something women do that women get better than men, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Women have standards. I've seen fat bitches say they don't fuck with fat dudes.
Yeah,
And
I've
you
seen that also.
completely like, wait a minute, what? Women have standards. And they do not deviate. Men get in where they fit in. Most men fuck whatever allows them to fuck them.
Major difference.
Yeah.
Major difference.
So when a lot of women they because it's the I don't know, I guess they get a rush off the emotional chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
to them that's the fun.
it is. It is.
That's why they talk about boring and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no boring dude and all that kind of shit. Because steady men with their shit together are boring. Like, bitch, what you think about to happen this week? I work all week.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning, go to fucking work, come home, eat something, take a shower, and go to sleep.
And repeat the process all over again.
They purposely pick out these men, these men, the so-called hood nigga. Back in the day, we called them thugs. Now it's a hood nigga.
Mm-hmm.
They like that type of man because that man typically doesn't work. He's available, has a lot of free time,
Yep.
I mean,
and you know he's you're gonna have the emotional chaos that comes with the shit, and that keeps you busy. Because if
And they
most women, if they didn't have that type of dude in their fucking life, they would die of boredom.
mm-hmm.
because they can't deal with no.
No, they can't.
Not only can't but don't want to.
They literally cannot deal with normalcy.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's a big word that I had to relearn after I came out of the hospital that a lot of black women won't learn. That word is routine.
Routine, huh?
As I often say, find the lie.
I've always said this about a lot of bitches, right? Why? oh why? Give me oh why?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what I would just tell them. Why oh why? Why would you like to do this? Why would you like to give so much pain? Why? Oh why? Oh why? Why? And when I ask women this shit, because these are women who would talk about they looking for a real man,
Oh God, not that phrase.
and I'm gonna ask the question: what was your baby daddy? Well, he was a bitch. So you were a lesbian? And it's so
Sounds pretty
it,
sounds pretty right to me.
it gets so fucked up because, like I told a couple of people, like I told my friend, there's
Hmm.
a reason why body count is important to men for two reasons. If you have a high body count and all one is sex, I hope you are out there.
Hmm.
I don't want to fucking have to, go through the gauntlet of the Royal Rumble trying to fuck.
Right.
But if I'm trying to wife you, I hope you have a low one because I don't want to marry or date something everybody around the block has.
Hmm.
Like you got more bodies than a goddamn taxidermist. So when we talk about something, there's a lot of shit that we look at it from a forefront that says, look, if you have too many bodies, we put you in a different category, and women will
Hmm.
lie. All women will lie. Well, do men lie? No, we tell you who you are. We just keep telling you the lie you'd rather hear.
But no one wants to talk about that, do they? But no one wants to ever try to talk about that and tell the truth except us.
Think about it. I go on these dating apps. I'm at 44 with just one kid. I'm not knocking anybody with multiple kids,
Right.
but I just wonder. You're 25 with two kids. What the fuck you been doing with yourself?
You know what she was doing.
I mean, fucking. Oh, poor fucking. I mean, stroke. But then, once the goofy left and say, you got to earn this pussy. But what do I always say about that? I will never pay for
For
anything
what you gave away for free.
for what a lesser man got for free. Women hate when I say that shit. You think you should,
Yeah.
guess what? If I'm going to pay for pussy, it's going to be exquisite. I don't
And they
want
hate
someone.
when you say it because you just held up a mirror in front of them.
Yeah, because nobody's trying to get no Penn North looking bitch.
Mm-mm.
Looking like Pennsylvania Avenue or North Avenue. God damn. Anybody who know what Pennsylvania and North Avenue look like, you're gonna say, God damn. And then you're gonna have a pissy bougie attitude, like somebody owes you shit.
Oh gosh.
That's you know, a lot of people would not be mad about taking on big bitches, okay?
Hmm.
But what people are gonna be upset about is that when you take on the big bitches, she got the same goddamn attitudes as the fucking pretty bitches or the regular size bitches. That's what people get upset about. Look, you ain't gotta be no fucking bombshell. If you can't get a black man who'll date any goddamn thing to be on the level, that says something about you. Like, look, instead of fucking taking pictures of your food on a date, can you add the nigga who bought it?
Right.
Can you put a gym membership you on a treadmill or a goddamn stationary bike or lift some
Or
weights?
something.
We have lost the concept of everybody having a place in the world.
Yeah.
Hmm. We have. We absolutely have.
You can tell that we have women out there who just specialize in taking pictures that look like they're 50 pounds lighter. You know how many times I met women and I felt so catfish? Like, bitch,
Yeah.
when you were like 60 pounds lighter. Stop that.
It's like the chick that made that TikTok about talking shit about Kevin Samuels. And
Yeah.
she was in her car and she turned her head to the right and now she done moved her face out the filter. She's fucking
Mhm.
old and wrinkly and shit.
Oh,
As
oh,
shit.
We have lost the notion of your place in society. Ma'am, you're old. It's time to stop it. The filter and shit, you know what I mean? You trying to live vicariously through social media. Ma'am, go be 50 and old.
yeah,
And Kevin Samuels was right. You're 50 and you're alone. Okay, you're just gonna have to eat that.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on the planet 50 years. Nobody was good enough for you. So that's all it is.
yep,
That's it.
Nobody was good enough for you. Okay, now accept it. This is what it is now.
yeah,
Okay, you can't Snapchat your way through life. And
Mm-mm.
going back to the big bitches. There was a time when, because everybody know, the big girls, they were for practice.
yeah.
They're easy.
Mm-hmm.
What is this mean girl shit all of a sudden? Like, ma'am, you're not part of that crowd.
Mm.
Although they try to
You wear
be.
a size 14 jeans.
You wear a size 10 military. Like,
Like, seriously.
you can't even tell where your cankles are. You're built like a bedroom dresser.
What do you get out of talking shit about the dude? I'm not even gonna say boyfriend, the dude you allow to lay up in your house.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, he ain't shit. We know he ain't shit because that's all you can get. He's there so you don't be lonely. Accept it.
That's it, and that's all.
He's not dragging you down. You are who you are.
Why do they like to think that they're dragging them down? They love to
It's a
think that.
ready-made excuse. It's the ready-made built-in excuse.
he ain't shit, Ross.
Ah,
The fupa fatal.
That asks the question right there. I mean, how many women even know who they are, to let alone be themselves?
mm-hmm.
How many like themselves? That's the problem. Like, you got to think about this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, when you got these bitches looking like gang members from Fist of the North Star. Bitch got the back of King Rao. What the fuck? And you're telling me you don't have any type of awareness? That should scare you. That
It
should really.
should.
It's like
It should scare them.
how many times have I told niggas be prepared, be
Mm-hmm.
prepared because guess what? The day after I had a live stream and ABM is my witness, did a terrorist attack not happen in a synagogue?
Yep. Yep. It sure did.
What if that would have happened at your kid's school, at your synagogue, your church, your temple? What if that would have happened at the mall you're shopping for your kids? Mind your own
Mm-hmm.
goddamn business. What do you have? And then notice, well, you got like issues within internationally because we let the borders are open like a goddamn 24-hour Walmart for 4 years.
Yep.
Everybody with a fucking axe to grind from Terracell, insert name here, to
Mm-hmm.
lone wolves who just wanna fuck everybody else's life up because their shit is fucked.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of yourselves.
I am
So,
so glad and so blessed to have found the woman that I have,
mm-hmm.
or for her to find me when she did, because that is the day that Jody found me was literally a birthday present. The day that she
Charles.
found it was literally a birthday present, and she set me back on my way.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. How many? In fact, to your point, Charles, Snowman. How many women are willing to be that guiding light or inspiration and uplift their men when they're feeling down? Because you got heifers out here going around saying, if he makes less than I will, if he makes less than me, I ain't gonna give him no peace. Thank you for
You
letting
know
us
what,
know
gentlemen?
what toxic person you are.
You know what, gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
When I first got married, I was 22 years old, and I had that line literally said to me, but I was so damn blinded, I ate it. I don't have to eat it
Yeah.
anymore.
We learn
And that's
from our mistakes.
one of the chapters in Diary of a Mad Snowman that I'm constructing. My first marriage. And Charles, I will forever thank you for giving me that title, for not only my audio series, but I'm going to turn it into a book.
What's that then?
That's my alarm. That's my alarm for my blood sugar. I got to turn it off.
It's his early warning alarm in case he gets attacked by an overweight chick.
What do you use to monitor your blood sugar?
It's called Freestyle Libra 3. That's the device I use.
Oh, you ever heard of something
called level 3 Marvel Capcom maneuver.
Now,
in all seriousness,
mm-hmm.
There is not a woman on this planet except Dr. K who will guide me through all of the physical, mental, and emotional shit that I have been through, have had to get through, and am still getting through, and still be here 20 toes down. Forget 10. Because we've talked about this before. And in fact, a week after I was in the hospital for surgery, Charles was on a live stream and I mentioned it there. And I'll ask the question again. How many black women would have stuck by me knowing the fact that I now am minus 5 organs because they had to get cancer out of my system?
Very few. Very few, probably 1%.
You know, as Jody says to me all the time, I have found the one whom my soul loves. I have found the one whom my soul adores.
And you're not going anywhere.
Going
anywhere, mister.
They better drag me out this sumbitch weaponless and kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seriously, I was asking a serious, honest question for Snowman. You said, what kind of device do you use to monitor your blood sugar? Is it like something you have attached to your anatomy?
Yes. It's a device that I have a reader. I have a reading app that's on my phone, a reader app that's on my phone. And I have the device attached to me.
But you also have like one of those whatchamacallit, poker and blood sugar measurement thingies, right?
Standing by all the time.
All right. The reason I say this is because, you know, I know people who are type 2 diabetics, but I also know some type 1 diabetics, and they do have something called they monitor, they have a similar device. It's called a Dexcom.
Yep. That's the device I'm going to return to after this supply runs out.
G6, but the G7 is even better.
Yeah, G7 is the device I'm going to return to. And I got an appointment with my doctor coming up so we can make the switch.
There are also people who have like these protective adhesive bandages they put on to cover around.
Yep.
So with fire or if they're engaged in any type of physical activities, protects the device from getting knocked off. accident.
It especially comes in handy when I'm working out.
Mhm.
Even when I'm just walking around here and I build up a good sweat, that
Mhm.
it especially comes in handy then because now what I do every day, whenever I eat something,
Mhm.
I take 2 laps around the house and get in a good 10-minute walk or a good 15-minute walk to start building up the um, endurance.
Yeah. David Wayne talks about that, especially about his battles with type 2 diabetes. Because he
Hmm.
was diagnosed like in his 40s or 50s. And, like, what was it? Keenan came to the house and said, like, well, you know what? I guess we're going to have to help you get this over with.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
funny thing, and the thing was, is like, they had to go through his fridge. They went through his
Hmm.
fridge. They said, all right, we can't have this, can't have that. You're going to have to find healthier alternatives. And he also mentioned that he does lift weights because that building muscle helps burn sugar
Indeed, it
better.
does. It has taken off a few pounds for me so far since my wife got me these endurance bands or these strength
Oh,
training bands.
strengthening bands and resistance bands, yeah.
Resistant. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Resistance bands.
Hmm.
It's helped me with that. It's helped me with that, and man, I can't thank her enough for it. There are some days I can honestly say out loud, I don't want to do it, but I do it anyway.
Yeah, just got to push it to the limit sometimes.
Yeah.
They say the same thing about masturbation.
Shut up, Charles.
Push it to the
Well,
limit.
you work your shoulder muscles in it, so it's a healthy thing, and you got something to show for it. Ask Glenn Quagmire. Giggity.
Very powerful.
That's George Carlin. As for me, I'll be at home doing exactly the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks.
Yep.
And on that note, I am going to continue my training and get a full night's sleep.
Remember, folks, real men don't get their side chicks pregnant.
Hell no, they don't. I'm
That's
glad I never
Real.
had to deal with that.
my G.I. Joe moment. Hey, Sergeant Faulkner. Hey, kids. What's some good advice about dating? Real men don't get their side chicks pregnant. G.I. Joe.
Oh, a real American hero. Oh, that song is in my head. Fuck. Good night, gentlemen.
Don't forget the kung fu grip. Hang on a
Oh,
second.
yeah. I'll tell you one thing. Black men better start being the greatest tag team of all time. Because summertime happened. It's going to be an interesting summer. Gas high, niggas high, bitches' expectations are high. You know, gonna be like, yo, it's funny, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Keep saying,
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before. ABM told you, Bay told you. Summertime, spring and summer is especially time you want to be able to keep your family safe. You might have to keep a little first aid kit on you, a miniature one, unless you carry a book bag. You got to prioritize your safety. You got to get whatever the fuck you need to do. Because guess what? Nobody got your back, black man, but other black men.
That's true.
That's about it.
Like I
Now,
mentioned earlier, if you know people who are like
any last words?
just the usual. Y'all ain't
Good
shit.
morning, good afternoon, good night.
Woo!
Woo!
Bye bye.
Later, folks.
Ooh yeah.
Woo!